Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Long time no post. Well, here is my gator hide tanning video after we cleaned them up and stored all of our meat. I got a Van Dyke's taxidermy kit off the internet and I began my process. Here I am lifting the heavy gator hide to be able to start cleaning the meat off. This was an extremely long process. Got all my tools ready, different things, because I wasn't entirely sure what was going to work the best. I got a fillet knife from my Fish Elite friends, and this seemed to do the absolute best, but I kept trying different ways. My hands also got tired because I scraped meat for about 8 hours total. And I watched a YouTube video for Deer Meat for Dinner where he used a steel pipe from Lowe's, and it seemed to get all of the little stuff off really easily, but I kept moving around in different places because my hands were so sore, and ultimately I was extremely bored doing this part, but it had to be done. You're supposed to get off every single piece of meat that you possibly can, and I did my absolute best. It's my first time ever trying to tan my own gator hide by myself, so don't judge me too hard. Next, I salted everything down, and you have to coat it in salt. You have to do a thick layer of salt all across everything. Travis steps in and pretends like he helped with something. He supervises and helps me pour a little bit of salt on there. Thank you so much for your contributions. Then I kind of realized that I didn't have enough salt. I emptied this entire bag. So the next day I bought more, but you have to wait at least 48 hours in the salt before you put it into the chemical bath. At this point, I had already salted it more, and then I was going to rinse it off and salt it again. And when I mean more salt, I mean more salt. Next was the chemical bath. You have to check the pH levels before putting the hide in. Make sure your first pH levels are really acidic. And Travis is a water expert, so he helped me match the colors because I guess I'm colorblind. Here's the dirty water. It's going to kill a bunch of toxins. It sits for at least a week. Then you rinse it off. You can see how the very acidic water removes all the meat, all the little bitty pieces that I couldn't scrape off. And at this point, it was extremely flexible. It was like a little blanket, a nasty wet blanket, but still very, very heavy, very pliable. And if it wasn't enough workout doing it, I had to get some squats in. Then it goes in for another chemical bath, this time with the Lutan F. And again, you have to check your pH levels beforehand. So you mix all of your powders. And I followed the instructions that came with the kit. So it made it very, very easy. And I don't have a weight scale at home, so use my handy dandy fish scale like I do with the bait bags. Poured it in, and then I had to check my chemical level. Once again, you have to make sure that pH is perfect. If it's not perfect, you have to check it every single day, even while the gator hide is soaking. Make sure it is at the place it's supposed to be. Put her back in and let it soak for another week. It's amazing how much stuff comes off of this hide when you're soaking it. Because no one makes a 12-foot plywood, I had to engineer my own by taking two pieces, cutting it, and nailing it together just to be able to fit this giant thing on it. You have to rinse it off again And then at this point, I'm going to make sure everything's nice and pliable. Then I'm going to soak it down in the oil that the kit comes with. And you can soak it as much as you want with this. It was very easy to use. It was pretty much like using saddle soap. You soak it down on both sides. I did the inside first because I wanted it to be scoots out on the board. This stuff literally smells like wood furniture polish. It smells so good, like oranges. Then I had to lay everything out exactly how I wanted it, because at this point, after you nail it down, it's going to be sitting for almost a month before it's ready to be put on something more permanent than this. It sat in our garage away from the weather during this time. This is kind of difficult because I only got small wood finishing nails, and the skin was probably about an inch thick. And once it's made into this leathery type skin, it kind of gets hard to get the nails in. So I put about a whole box of nails in it, and then had to get a couple pictures, of course. Here is my finished product. My first time ever tanning a gator hide. I've done deer hides before, but this turned out exactly the way I wanted it. It is absolutely beautiful. And the oil that the kit comes with, you can oil it down for months to come, and voila. If you like this video, or if you want to see more gator footage, then like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the good stuff, because more will be coming soon. Bye.